Shares of Hims and Hers Health dropping today, down 7% after an investigative piece from Hunterbrook Media said that GLP-1 prescriptions offered by the company are knockoffs and come from a supplier with a history of legal troubles that could open up Hims and Hers to litigation. When asked for a statement, Hims and Hers refuted all the claims in the report. The company has previously said that its GLP-1 compound is supplied by a compounder that's registered with the FDA. CNBC also reached out to the supplier mentioned in the report, BPI Labs, which said in part, neither BPI nor Belcher, its parent company, have any history of any criminal convictions or issues with the FDA. Hunterbrook Media itself has generated chatter in the media world. The company has an affiliate, Hunterbrook Capital, that often takes positions based on its sister company's research. Hunterbrook Capital shorted Hims and Hers on this report. Joining us now is Hunterbrook Media co-founder and publisher Sam Koppelman, who co-authored today's report. Sam, what put your focus on this story to begin with?
GLP-1s are all the rage. I'm sure you've heard about them. I've got family members on them. It's really exciting. Drugs with a lot of promise. Went into this research curious about how Hims is selling these drugs, which are still under patent from the companies that made them, Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly. Well, it turns out that they're selling them through this FDA loophole that enables you to sell drugs that are otherwise patented during shortages. So it's kind of exciting. We were kind of intrigued by the idea. We dug into it further, and it turns out that the drugs themselves, not FDA approved. And we went to go try to get one of these prescriptions from Hims to see if there was a real process around it. And in fact, when you fill out a 4-minute survey, you don't even have to speak to a doctor, and they'll just send you these medications. That seemed extremely dangerous, and the doctors we spoke to for the piece seemed to agree.
So what made you decide to actually run a piece? Where was the bar for you on this? And I'll ask, are you invested in any competitors to Hims and Hers? Because there's been some question about exactly the full disclosure of your and the team's investments, even beyond Hunterbrook Capital's short position.
So Hunterbrook Media does its own reporting. As you know, we've got incredible reporters, advisors like the founder of ProPublica, the first public editor of the New York Times. We report independently. And then we publish what we know, how we know it, and exactly what positions Hunterbrook Capital has taken that are relevant to the piece. We've consistently disclosed whether we're short a specific company, long a competitor. In this case, we disclosed that we're short Hims because after sharing the story with Hunterbrook Capital, they clearly seemed to think that this company was in some trouble. And obviously, today's market reaction shows that other people agree.
Do you empty your pockets and tell the whole story when you put it out there, or is there more? Are there follow-ups? Because, you know, it's a 7% drop that matters if you bought it at the top, but it's not a devastating drop that with a short position you'd want to see.
As you know, often where there's smoke, there's fire. We're continuing to investigate. We've done some follow-ups in the past. You know, we ordered this Hims prescription. I think it'll be pretty interesting to see when it comes in the mail what exactly is in it. Novo Nordisk has cited that some of these compounded drugs have impurities. And, you know, one thing that really caught our attention when we were looking into Hims is that as the stock was soaring, as retail investors were buying the premise that Hims was going to be a real competitor in this hot space, the insiders in the company, the CEO, the CFO, notably the chief legal officer, they've been unloading shares. They've been exercising their options that didn't expire until the 2030s early. And instead of holding them for 12 months, which, as you know, has tax advantages, they've just been selling those stocks straight away. That doesn't give me a ton of faith in the future of the company. And I'm not sure that the executives at Hims have a lot of faith that they can keep the stock up.
There's been, when we had you on initially, there was some question, all right, you're saying that you're going to publish stuff outside of these reports that Hunterbrook Capital is short on, but are you really going to? You have been doing some of that. Tell me what you've been doing.
Yeah, we've been doing all kinds of reporting. We've got reporters in about 12 countries who have written stories for us. These range from an investigation into timber mining in timber logging in Peru that we published over the weekend. That was a brilliant piece, to a story in the desert in Argentina where a community's water was being drained from mining lithium. So we've been really proud of the work that we've done. And, you know, one thing that's been super fortifying is we thought we'd really have to prove ourselves, and we do continue to need to prove ourselves. But the reporting itself has gotten praise from everyone from Neiman Lab to The New Yorker. This weekend, Al Jazeera did a piece that called Working at Hunterbrook Media a Journalist's Dream. We really want to keep that up. It's very early. This is an experiment, but we're incredibly excited about what we've done so far.
To what degree is your near-term budget dependent on a big stock reaction from a story like this?
So we raise money into the holding company. We can fund the newsroom ourselves. But the fundamental premise here is that we don't think that good reporting has to be a bad business. And so we publish the truth. Hunterbrook Media has independent fact checkers. Hunterbrook Media has independent editors, advisors who scrutinize every single line. That said, we also don't think there's anything to apologize for when it comes to trying to find a way to sustainably and scalably do work that's urgent, that exposes companies like Hims for potentially misleading investors, and that enables the market to better understand what they're really doing.